There's been a lot of discussion of right-wing dog whistles, many of which ironically date back to the Southern Democrats. These politicians, along with the Republicans who use the same methods to deadlock much of the South today, use language specially coded to appeal both to the voting base as a whole, but specifically to well-organized white supremacist groups with huge memberships that are ready to mobilize on Election Day. You will not replace us! It's a bit of a political deal with the devil. But dog whistles don't just exist on the right.
Hi, I'm Gil Fulbright, and the people who bankroll my political career tell me I'm running for president. So here I am.
Real, hardworking Americans are important to me, is a tagline I will be using throughout this entire campaign.
Democratic politicians that appear to uncomfortably straddle the line between the center and the left seem to understand this well, simultaneously putting forward progressive-sounding ideas punctuated with dog whistles to the group Democrats need to keep themselves in power, even if they would rather not outright say it. The liberal capitalist donor class. Now, these same issues of big donors paying to corrupt our system isn't exclusive to the left. In fact, it's closer to the status quo on the right, so much so that they can say it proudly.
By the way, we also have a new sponsor, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman from Saudi Arabia. So we're he's not a sponsor, but he's backing the show,
really,
providing us some funding as we move into a new studio. And we just want to make sure that you understand, it will not change the direction of the show one bit.
You could say that the moniker GOP, or Growth and Opportunity Party, is a dog whistle in this way. Because the donors paying people like Mitch McConnell to rig the system in their favor know that they will be the only people who will see the growth and opportunity that the name promises. What if I said that Obama might have put the hope in hope and change as a qualifier to make it sound less revolutionary to the elites? During his second run, Republican primary opponent Ron Paul called his campaign a revolution. And even with huge grassroots support, he was quickly outspent by campaigns with a much more donor-friendly message, like Mitt Romney.
Ideas, policies, morals. These are things I don't need.
After all, it's better for the wealthy to let us hope for change from some new neoliberal instead of standing up and demanding it. In 2016, we saw this as the media and the Democratic Party did everything they could to suppress Bernie Sanders' calls for revolution and tremendous grassroots support. We see them doing it all over again even now.
A not pro-woman candidate.
You may have heard the term Bernie bro.
The Bernie bro, right? Somebody who's a bit younger, whiter, I think, than the overall Democratic primary.
I'm with my magnificent vanilla brother named Bernie Sanders. That's brother Bernie Sanders we talking about. That's brother Bernie Sanders we talking about.
But right now, we're seeing something that I hadn't thought would be so common. In these debates where the new normal is much more center-left than politics as usual, many Democratic nominees are focus testing ways to say, I don't support Medicare at all, to their donors, while making you think, that means they support Medicare for all. With some of these candidates, fundraising seeming to be on health insurance, money, life support. That's right, I'm talking about you, Joe Biden. That is specifically directed at you, Joe. Yes. Go drop out of the race, please.
Fall back. Please get away from us.
Anytime I can pull a favor for special interest, it always gives me a huge donor. And at this point in my political career, anytime I can get a donor to last longer than 4 years, well.
When centrists say they're going to end homelessness, they use the police to force homeless out of cities where voters don't have to see them. They won't address the systemic abuses that allow homelessness to happen. A system where you pay higher and higher rates for the very real fear of being homeless otherwise? That's just too profitable of a paradigm to upset. It's this idea that we don't need to make America great again, that we just need to return it to normal, to get back to politics as usual, that we all know and love so well.
Socialism has been a manifest disaster.
Alec would still be here today if I had known that I could come to Canada.
Alex Smith died after trying to ration a vial of insulin when he couldn't afford more.
So his idea about, free health care, he has seen the manifest atrocities that have occurred under socialism.
$1,000 got me 6 months of insulin for my son. That is still less than what I pay a month in the United States.
So in this way, the point of liberal dog whistles is to appear revolutionary or appear like it would be some dramatic change that would benefit the population, but at the same time, they're always hedging their bets and finding some way to say,
What I need is $2 billion.
Bernie Sanders has done nothing between 2016 and today.
Thank you for everything you've done these last few years. You've helped to reset our political discourse, and are demanding that we center our politics around justice and equity. I am hopeful because right now, there is a mass movement of people from all over this country, rising up.